the North and South family. She said in one of their vlogs recently that your life is not a lazy river. And I was like, that's awesome. It's so true. Like, your life's not a lazy river. If you want to get out, change it, make it change.
It's been a big push trying to get everything out and sold and whatnot. And so right now we just got Amanda on the road. We're selling a couch to a friend of ours, and let me just show you what. Pay no attention to the crazy kid with a stick. Are you playing swords with me?
Yeah.
Yes. And so as you can see, there's no couch. We've lost our entertainment center. Our coffee table is right now occupying that space, but that still needs to go. And then over here, we just moved the couch out, so we had to move over our table. Our folding table is what's acting right now. And the fun task at hand that I have is cleaning out the pantry.
So today's kind of a exciting day for us. We are currently under contract on our house, which is super exciting. But what's going on here is purging, selling, storing,
More purging.
More purging.
It really is a process, so there's never too soon to start.
No.
Like we said, we kind of made this decision 3 months ago, and from that moment we started purging, and that was even before we really started running the financials or anything to make sure this made sense.
Right. And I just wanted to kind of show you guys on like what my thought process is on how we're dividing our stuff. So we are storing things that are like family heirlooms, things that we really love and want to keep and know that we will want them in a house, and if we sold them or donated them, we would miss them. So we're storing those things. We have 2 storage units. They're side by side, and they're each a 5 by 10. One of them will have our permanent things we know while we're on the road in the Airstream that we won't touch again. Dressers, big furniture, Christmas ornaments that we know we're not taking with us, those kinds of things. And then the other one will have things that we could potentially need. And we may find that over the first 6 months or year that we're doing this, that we don't need those things. And we may end up just moving those things over into our permanent facility for permanent storage. As of right now, we're kind of dividing things up. So what we're doing as we're packing, my system and thought process to make it easier is to get all the things that we are putting in storage that we will not touch, pack those away in boxes alone by themselves. All those permanent storage things together. And I've got washi tape on all of our cabinets, and everything that's left in the cabinets will be packed for our Airstream. And we'll just use like clear tubs for those to make it easier to see what's in them when we're unloading and unpacking into the Airstream. So the house is a wreck. If you have things that you know, don't fill up the whole box, like big appliance stuff, use soft like bed linens that you know you're not going to take to fill up your box. This is my color-coded system. So pink is for Airstream stuff. So I mean, we've just gone down to like small cooking things. We have a convection oven combo in our Airstream, so we're just taking like small stuff, but minimal.
Yeah,
drinking glasses.
It looks like we have a lot, but we haven't consolidated, and that's kind of our next step.
Yeah.
We're right now finishing packing all of the greens, so once we get that, we'll start consolidating
the stickering system so that we know to pack permanent stuff first and then pack the Airstream stuff.
And as cabinets empty out, we pull the tape. And
so some of them are blank, not a lot, but some of them are blank.
Yeah, some down here. You've got 2.
Yeah.
Woo!
You've got to be mindful of that, like your space allotments. We've got a ton of overhead lockers in the Airstream, which is really nice, which is part of the reason we went with the model that we did, to be able to do that. So, and then when we get into the Airstream, we'll realize that we have still too much, and there will be things that get cut again. So it's just a process of cutting and editing all the way along.
All right, so some suggestions for selling all of the items that we have, and you'd be surprised what actually moves. But instead of doing a yard sale, we actually decided that we're not going to do any kind of yard sale. Once we saw how well we were selling on the Facebook Marketplace, it was crazy as far as how much more you could get out of having a yard sale and hoping and praying the right person came along to buy what you had. And so actually the marketplace it's been like a revolving door around here. Oh my goodness. Sunday afternoons are the best if you can post on Fridays to get it ready for Saturday mornings and Sunday afternoons. That is my pro tip at selling on the Facebook marketplace. What we've been doing, I posted a few things and have sold a few things through the app 5 Miles. Not a lot of traction, which is crazy because at least then people are local, but when you're looking at very specific items, it may not fall within that 5 miles, and so people are maybe willing to travel 10 miles to go get what you have. So that's kind of my pro tip for trying to sell things off. And once again, that kind of comes down to that, like, thinking forward and realizing what can I start moving now, and then not only that, but giving it plenty of time on the marketplace. It seems like some of these items sat for 3 weeks and we're about ready to go, okay, throw it in for donation, go take it to Goodwill, and then all of a sudden it was like 4 or 5 people contacting me, boom, 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 boom. So you really want to give yourself some time to let it sit, and then also price it at a point where you're like really happy with it, knowing that you can always stair step the price down. You may think something, you're like, oh, it'd be really great if I got $15, so post at 15. I've had plenty of things sell at prices that I wouldn't have thought that they would sell, and then other ones where I'm actually shocked and I just keep dropping the price, and then I finally get some traction. People love it when they can get bundles on certain items, but bundling it together is also good because it moves more than one item at a time fast, and not only that, but you can actually kind of get some good prices out of it rather than trying to hope that someone wants that specific piece.
Yeah. Hopefully this helps some of you that are thinking about starting this process and don't really know where to start and are overwhelmed. But we're there with you, and you just kind of have to do it.
I agree, and one of the things that I don't know if we've talked about before, but Amanda came to me and said something, and I think maybe she heard it on a vlog, maybe on Nathan Marissa's on Less Junk, More Journey, so she can give credit if that's where it is. But when she was first kind of pitching this to me, she said, wouldn't it be great if we would be able to say, remember that time that we took 2 years and we moved into an Airstream? Instead of saying, remember that time we thought about going into the Airstream? And that's really what's kind of resonated with me as far as making the change. Like, you don't ever want to, I'm one of those people who I don't ever want to have regrets. And so for that would be a regret of mine. Yeah.
We're just super excited, and we want to take you guys along with us on this journey. So, all right.
Check in later.
Feels like we're doing karate.
I am sorry to who that offends with karate. Is Astronaut Clark ready for blast off? You want me to come get you?